HarperCollins presents Shock Greek Heir by Lynne Graham, read by Melanie Crawley.
With warmest love and thanks to my daughter Rachel, my port in every storm. Chapter 1. Sebastian Pagonis, tech billionaire, vaulted out of his helicopter on the Indonesian island. His big, powerful body, sheathed in chinos and a khaki shirt, dwarfed everyone around him by virtue of his 6'5" height. His shock of black hair was anchored in a messy man bun. Thin steel rings glinted in both earlobes, and he turned heads wherever he went because he looked so downright dangerous. Glittering dark eyes that gleamed like polished swords in the sunshine scanned his surroundings with vigilance, and he was greeted in the shadow of the hangar by an old school friend, Andreas Zervas, who ran the Asian manufacturing side of his business. Andreas, his short, somewhat rounded counterpart, in a light summer suit, grinned up at him with familiar warmth.
"I intended to meet you off your jet in Bali, but our newborn ignored etiquette and arrived early and suddenly. Why right now do you look as if you're expecting a hitman to be hiding in the shadows? That would literally be the only option my relatives haven't yet attempted,"
Sebastian retorted in frank exasperation. Andreas frowned because he knew exactly what his friend was talking about. Sebastian's paternal grandmother, Lucia Pagonis, had died some weeks earlier, and her last will and testament had given her family, including Sebastian, a resounding shock. Without any warning, she had made Sebastian the outcast in the Pagonis tribe, and a man already rich beyond avarice, the heir to her vast international property empire. Ever since then, Sebastian had been fighting off lawsuits and enraged and embittered accusations. The family, who had long treated him like a curse on their name and an intolerable social embarrassment, were currently reaping the rewards of having treated him like a leper throughout his childhood.
"Don't joke about it,"
Andreas reproved, an unusual frown on his good-natured face.
"Stranger things have happened, and when you're planning a week off-grid without security, it makes my blood run cold. It's a week off, and I need it,"
Sebastian admitted grudgingly, intense fatigue briefly bowing his broad shoulders and weighting his dark, deep voice.
"Did you make the final arrangements?"
Andreas sighed as he escorted him towards a top-of-the-range SUV.
"I did, but I still think it's a crazy idea. You can't go back. You think you can, but you can't. You're not that 17-year-old boy without a home anymore. You're not used to roughing it now either. This experience will be a penance for you, which is why I'm breaking your rules and giving you a burner phone to take with you. You'll be screaming for escape within 48 hours. Your nature is too driven not to be, and you'll be pining for your super yacht even quicker. It isn't easy to move from the fast lane to the slow-sailing life." "I have to adapt for the sake of my sanity,"
Sebastian growled, irritated by that negative forecast from someone who knew him well.
"But I'll take the phone if it makes you worry less, as long as yours is the only number in it."
"It is," Andreas confirmed, taking the wheel to drive them out of the private airfield and down a rural road edged by paddy fields contained by low walls. The car entered a small village to thread slowly through narrow, crowded streets with dust flying up to cloud the windscreen. From there, they drew into a small, shabby harbour.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?